Well, good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel, and just like that, we are live. Gotta love this tool. It just makes us go live without any prep. Just click a button and we are live. So, I'm gonna try to get the Discord live going again here. Let me first do something on the back end. But we're gonna discuss tonight all YieldMax funds, review them all in depth, and determine which ones are actually good and which ones aren't. So far, it seems like the consensus is that Tesla happens to be the worst one. And, okay, so let me go over here. I'm going to go to Discord. And maybe I'll just pull up a different tab over here. That's not what I want to do. Alright, maybe I can just do this. Where is it? Darn it. New tab. Discord. Okay, we are in Discord here. We picked up a ton of new members from other Discords, and of course, like I say, everybody's welcome here. We don't ban anybody, unless somebody's like really out of control, which rarely happens. Alright, so I'm going to go live in the voice chat over here, and let's use Seeking Alpha. So what I'm going to do is, I've got Seeking Alpha up over here, and let's just go one by one and review. We'll start out with Tesla. Tesla, I want to actually look at the total return. There's a way to do this like with dividends reinvested, and that's actually, let's see. Look at this. It's got a strong sell. It's got an F now in 3 out of the 5 categories on Seeking Alpha. Let's see here. Oh, wow, Richard King has like perfect attendance on every video. No matter what time I go live, there he is. Okay, so back to Seeking Alpha over here. Let's see here. I know there's a way to adjust this here. The chart, if I go to charting, let's see here. Okay, we're going to select with dividends. I'm going to attempt to do with dividends reinvested. Let's see. I did this once a long time ago. Let's see. So this is the comparison over 1 year to the S&P 500. It's hard to believe, but at one point we were actually beating the S&P, like March of last year. And it happened a couple more times in July, but since then there's just been a widening gap between both of them. Okay, so let's see here. Let's compare it to, let's see here. Let's compare it to, we'll start with OARK. I think that OARK in the last few months is actually outpacing Tesla. See? Because it's starting to recover a bit. So Tesla's down year over year, 48%. OARK is only down 18.69%. Let me get rid of the S&P, and then we'll just add all of them. Let's add FBY. We'll just add them all, compare them all. And if somebody wants to remind me in the comment section how I can actually add with dividends reinvested, that would be awesome. So there is FBY. It's actually positive. It's up 12.72%. So there is 3 of them so far. And let's see here. Okay, let's add NVDY. We're significantly up in this one. So not all YieldMax funds are bad, like I say. The interesting thing, check this out. So even though there's a wide disparity between these four, look at this, the directions moved almost the same across 4 different stocks. You see that? The line is very similar for these 4, except for, of course, NVDY with the big earnings beat. So NVDY has actually crushed it since it's been around. It's 38.62%, whereas Tesla is down. I don't know what it's going to take to get live participation in the voice chat here. I guess it'll come eventually. Okay, so let's keep moving on. Alright, I'm just going to add them all. We'll add AIYY. A lot of these are newer, so I'm going to have to do this over a different time horizon. AIYY is actually down 20.29%. Let's see. We'll add NFLY. That's down 9%. So our best one is going to be NVDY. Let's add MRNY. We're going to have a bunch of them here. We're going to have so many of them, we're going to have to be scrolling to the right. Oh, that's the maximum. Oh, that's a bummer. I can only compare 7 at a time. What, do I have to have like an advanced plan in order to do the rest? That's a real bummer. Okay, so only 2 of these were around a year ago at this time. The third one was NVDY. The fourth one of the series that I have here went public on July 31st. And then the 5th one, NFLY, was it? Sometime in August. And then by October, we got the 6th one. By November, we got the 7th one, and it only lets us add 7. So as we can see, Tesla is the worst one. Let's take Tesla off and then just compare these. These are a lot closer in range. I guess it's hard for Tesla to recover from that first few months that it existed. Let's add MSFO in orange. So let's see. 4 of them are negative, 3 of them are positive. 1 of them is way positive. It's a real bummer that we can only add 7 at a time. So let's take out OARK, and then we'll add in GUI. Let's update this one. So GUI is going to be in gray over here, or it's going to be this color. This one's down 21%. So I guess we will just interchange. Let's take out AIYY, and let's add the Moderna one, MRNY. Moderny. Oh, that's already there. Okay, so then let's add DISO. Let's add this one, see how it's doing. This is the Disney one. This one is up, oddly enough, up 4.5%, because Disney has kind of been a slowly moving upward stock in the last month or so. So that must be why that's happening. Alright, let's take it off, and then we will add JP. Is it JPMO? Yes. How about that? JPMO is up 4.71%. Let's do this here. Let's take out all the ones that are negative. NFLY we'll take out. Okay, so these 5 are in the black. These are positive. Let's add 2 more. MSTY. MSTY has absolutely surged since it's been up. Look at that, up 63%. And it's going to pay a dividend too. As a quick reminder, the dividend for MSTY is going to be, where do I have it here? It's here somewhere. Got so many tabs open here. Ah, here it is. I think, was it too new to declare a dividend? Yeah, it's too new. See, it's at the bottom of the distribution schedule here. Okay, let's see which other ones. We've got SQY, PP, AMDY, XOMO. Oh, Coney. Let's add Coney to the comparison here. That's really disappointing that we can only add 7 at a time. All right, let's see. Coney is up 38% since inception. What's the one here? Oh, NVDY. Let's go ahead and take out NVDY. I feel like that one should be doing way better because of the earnings and all of that. Okay, so let's take that one out, and then let's add a new one like Ulti. We'll add Ulti. Let's see how we're doing in Ulti. 3%. We're up 3%. So now in this situation, all 7 of these we're looking at are up. Let's take this one out. Let's take out the JP Morgan one. Now we will add YieldMax and YMAG. Okay, YieldMax is up 8.64%. YMAG is going to be up. Can anyone in the comments tell me how to look at the returns adjusted for dividends? Or the chart on here? That would be awesome if somebody could do that for the coach here. Let's see, what other comments do we have here? Okay, we've got some comments here. Michael Anthony says, Tesla split once already this year. Wants to go lower. GTN, to me, better since it's bottom, which pays 0.8 dividend each quarter with 17 insiders bought between 8 to 9. Oh, we have a Denny Keaton sighting, says howdy. Miss Woods, oh, my girl Kathy Wood, says Tesla is going to 2K, so you never know. Well, she says some crazy things, too. She's definitely a wild one. I do like the wild ones, I have to say. I'm going to buy Tesla at $14. I don't understand the rest, but somewhere around the low. Tesla going to 150 like last night. Goff has done much better than any of them, with dividend each month 0.18. Son just heard you talking and yelled to me, get out of Tesla, put it all into Bitcoin. Boomers don't trust Bitcoin. I know, I would say boomers don't trust cryptocurrency in general. So anyway, okay, we're getting comments, but no Discord participation. Hang on a second here. What is that? Am I in? Hold on. Hold on a second here. We got somebody plugging another live show while I'm live. Unbelievable. We did pick up a lot of new people today. Well, the phone lines are open, folks, if you all want to join in on the voice chat. I don't know what it's going to take. Free beer, candy, I don't know. We've got like 185 of you. He says, I wish I could join. Do it. Okay. He's literally saying, come into the other voice chat, and no, join here. Okay, where are we here? This tool goes live so quick, it's kind of like it doesn't even give a notice. Okay, so for charting and seeking alpha, anybody, it would be awesome if somebody could kind of help me in the comment section to remember how to do this, like with dividends reinvested. Otherwise, just have to keep on playing around with it here. What is this? Percentage. It is percentage. That's the only option, isn't it? Let's see something here. Dividend yield. 96% dividend yield. So I know what you all will say. The yield is outpacing the return. Let me see if I can do something interesting here. No, it only lets me do one symbol. Still gets an A+ for dividends. That's interesting. Check this out. Between January and March, the dividend yield actually went down on the chart. That's interesting. Let's see here. Dividend growth, dividend safety, dividend history. It's so new. It's not going to have a grade for those. Okay, let's see something here. Alright, there's a website called Total Real Returns. Let's try this out. TotalRealReturns.com. Okay, let's see here. Let's look at TSLY. And I don't give a shit about these. I don't know why these are up here. TSLY. Let's see something here. Excuse me. This is saying current drawdown. This is some advanced statistical stuff here. We got an R squared. This is R squared for any statisticians out there. This is a signal of correlation. If it's a high R squared, then it means they're fairly well correlated. Alright, how the heck do I delete these? I don't want these on here. Alright, let me go back to comments here. I apologize, folks. I'm kind of irritated. I thought there was a way to do this in Seeking Alpha. I love that you're covering this even more in-depth. Thank you. Well, would you consider it in-depth? I'm trying to be more in-depth, but I forgot how to do this on Seeking Alpha. AG&C as well, and is cheaper. No fees, no rights offering compared to GOF. Yeah, GOF does have a high expense ratio. Let's see something here. So you said AG&C. Nothing's coming up. Oh, AG&C Investment Corp. $9.73. You're comparing this one to GOF. Well, you know what? I guess we could just do this, and that's one thing we can do in Seeking Alpha. Let's do this here. Charting. Take out TSLY. We'll add this AG&C. And just as a reminder, the lines are open on Discord if anybody wants to join voice chat. Let's see. And then you said GOF. GOF. Okay, let's check this out, comparing it with the baseline of the S&P 500. Ooh, these perform actually very close. It's like a kind of a horse race, like one goes back and forth. This one's about to catch this one again. So let's see here. Let me see something here. Let me do something here. I got into Hedera cryptocurrency, by the way. I'm up quite a bit in it. It went pretty well. Let me check something here. Let me see something. Okay, these people are offline. Okay, let me go back to Seeking Alpha here again. So that is the comparison of AG&C versus GOF. Let me try to find a better site here. Oh, we have someone that joined. Who's that? I'm not looking at Discord at the moment. Let's see here. Herbie the Iceman. Go ahead and chat, Herbie. What's up? Oh, and Blake joined too.
Yep, how you doing?
Good, good. How are you? We got a live Discord show going now.
Are you on YouTube right now?
Yeah.
I was just watching him on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Okay. Are you able to do both?
No, I just signed out of YouTube just to go on this.
Oh, okay. Well, glad you're on. Anything in particular you're looking at when it comes to investing?
I just want to see how you do well with Tesla.
How I do well with Tesla? I'm down in Tesla.
No, not doing well. I mean, like, how bad it is.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking at on Seeking Alpha. It's down. Let me put it back on the chart here. So we're down, I think, over the life of it. Well, year over year, it's 48%. And then since inception, it's 60.3% that it's down. And Blake, I actually had a question for you. I know you know Seeking Alpha pretty well. Do you know
I'll do questions.
Do you know how to do the chart of dividends reinvested?
There isn't one for dividends reinvested that I have found so far, but there is one where you can adjust for dividend payouts.
Okay, in the chart feature.
So so if you go over and you click on the summary tab,
okay,
like to the left, it's right next to holdings. It's below the price. Sorry, I'm watching you on YouTube, and I think there's a lag.
Oh, is there?
And then you click on advanced. It's right next to the word basic. It's like on the chart down below.
Oh yeah, I did try this, but I didn't think it was here for some reason.
Now on the bottom right corner of the chart, there's the letters ADJ, and that will adjust for payouts, but it won't like automatically reinvest or do the calculation for reinvestment.
Okay.
Yes, that button.
Yeah, ADJ. Yeah, yep. I pressed it, and let's see. Now let me go. Will it save it in the basic chart?
I think you just have to stay there in the advanced.
Okay.
And if you go back to basic, it'll like turn. Yeah, that's just basic.
Okay.
And while you're in advanced, you can compare it to other tickers by using the plus symbol.
Yeah. I think someone showed me this like 6 months ago or something. I was trying to remember. Okay.
So you could compare it to its underlying, like TSLA.
Mm-hmm.
Or OARK, yeah, whatever. And then click the X. Oh no, you just took away your peer. You have to retype it back in.
Oh, that's what I didn't do. I have to. Wait, that didn't work either.
Yeah, click plus. Type in OARK.
Mm-hmm.
Click on it. Now don't click it again. Click on the X. Nope. You just took it off.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get used to that.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Okay. Now click on it.
Okay.
And then click on the X on the top right. Don't click on OARK again, because it'll take it away.
Oh, it's still not there.
Well, you keep clicking on the letters a second time, and that takes them off.
Okay, so I'm looking at OARK here. I'm hovering over it with my cursor.
Okay, click only once, and then X out of that after you click on it.
Oh, okay, I got it now. I see. So it looks about the same. OARK's down 12%. Tesla's down 45%. Let's see.
And then if you click ADJ, that should go back and forth between adjusting for the payouts and not adjusting for the payouts.
There we go. So we're only down 8% with dividends reinvested, then that's what it's telling us, right?
It's not with things reinvested, it's just also counting the distributions.
It's as though you took the cash and it's adding that to the total return. Is that what?
Yes, but it's not reinvesting, which would compound it.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I have yet to find a way for Seeking Alpha to show me what happens with, like, if you turn on the drip.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then with OARK, it's actually up almost 16%. Tesla's down 8.13%. That's funny, 813. That's actually the area code here.
Yeah, so this will show you your total return, or pretty close approximation of your total return.
Yeah. Who's this Moon Monk guy? He keeps plugging Kumair's Discord.
I don't know.
I literally told him I'm live right now. And he says, go over there. I'm like, no. Anyway, alright, let me check comments here again. Yeah, I'm using the Streamlabs now, and it's like it goes live immediately. But I'm
Yeah,
still,
there's like no delay.
yeah, I'm still kind of figuring it out here.
I think there's only like a 20-second delay between what I'm seeing on YouTube and then what you and I are when we're talking.
Yeah. I know there's ways to overlay all this stuff on the screen too, but it's still kind of just a dry run. Let's see. Click on, somebody told me click on selected metrics, then performance and total return. Someone says YieldMax is going to be a trap next. BlackRock has a crypto ETF called IBIT. Has a pretty high return. Feel better investing in an ETF with the richest company on earth. I think I'm going to look up IBIT now. Let's see here. Oops, there goes my screen. Okay. Let me go over here.
Yeah, I expect YieldMax to have fairly reasonable performance because it's a basket of strategies.
Mm-hmm.
So just like all the rest of them, I think it'll erode at a fairly slow rate, because it'll stabilize all the different underlyings, sort of like an index fund does.
Right.
And it should pay out more than it erodes. Should, unless there's like a black swan event.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the YieldMax funds are still positive. There's only I counted like 4 of them that are negative overall.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on the behavior of the underlying.
Yep.
So like if you bought NVDY, boy are you happy. And if you bought TSLY, you're definitely less happy.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna actually add that one with the dividends, not reinvested, but 106% with the dividends for NVDY.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the strategy looks to do pretty well when you buy into something that does nothing but go straight up.
Yeah.
Like NVIDIA has. Yeah.
Well, I think when it runs up so fast, like when there's a big earnings beat like there was, it doesn't quite capture all the upside.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly helps, but it doesn't get all of it.
Yeah, it definitely should underperform just plain holding the underlying, because the underlying will always, like, during a dramatic drop and then a recovery, the underlying will come back, but the option strategy will not, because it caps its upside every time it sells at a new strike, and then if the price goes above that strike, you get left behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So if a true black swan hits, like say March of 2020 type thing, whenever the bottom is in, I would definitely recommend selling all of these covered calls and buying whatever their underlyings were for the ride back up until price restabilizes, and then you could switch back into the covered call strategy.
Yep. Interesting. Let me see something here. Okay, let's add another one. Let's see, we'll add... what do you think, by the way, about these zero date to expiration, the RoundHill investments? Have you seen those?
I have not looked at those yet.
There's 2 new ones. They just went public like a couple days ago.
Do they also use a similar option strategy? Are they also covered call ETFs?
Yeah, but they're supposed to take advantage of like retail investing. You know how like retail traders try to buy like on the last day before expiration, and then they make some like really dumb trades. Let me actually go to that site here. I still have it up. But they're going to pay weekly dividends too.
Weekly. Oh.
Yeah. Here's RoundHill. Okay, so there's actually like 15 of them total, and I literally just heard of this company this week. The two newest ones are QDTE and XDTE. They've only have like 2 days of trading.
Let me see if I can find anything about them on Seeking Alpha.
Yeah, there might not be because it's so new. But yeah, here's the weekly dividend calendar. It's going to start March 25th, and then the pay date is the 28th. So it can't be very high. Someone said like maybe 10 cents a week or something.
Sure. So with most bills happening on a monthly cycle, I don't really see the advantage of collecting money once a week.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, for people who can't budget, it could be very appealing.
Right. So yeah, the description of it says it's the first ETF to utilize 0 days to expiry options on the NASDAQ 100. It seeks to provide overnight exposure to the NASDAQ 100 and generate income each morning by selling out of the money 0 date to expiration calls on the index. QDTE is an actively managed ETF.
Is there an estimate for its yield?
Not yet.
I know it's brand new.
Yeah, I've been looking, but yeah, not yet.
Yeah, the further out in strike that they go away from at the money, the lower the yield will be, but also the better its total return should be, as far as like not suffering from NAV erosion.
Mm-hmm. And then the S&P 500 basically says the same thing. It's just called XDTE.
Okay.
And then, yeah, same calendar. It's going to be like the 25th for the first one. So we'll know a lot more by the 25th.
Sure. Yeah, after the first couple payouts, we'll have a pretty reasonable idea of what the expected yield is going to be. Does it say anything about varying the yield based off of implied volatility?
I didn't see that. But I think that... So this is what it's invested in here. It's got SPX... March 21st, $420 strike price call over here. And then it's got a SXP March 21st, 2025, $42.69 call. That's the top three. And then First American FDS Inc. And then... Yeah, so that's... Well, that doesn't make sense because it says 72% weighting here, 63% here, and then 18. That's interesting. Let me go back to comments here real quick here.
Sure.
Dissector is on. He's glad you're on, Blake. We got the music guy on. Added 500 shares of MSTY to my portfolio, see how it performs. Okay,
I'm going to unfull screen the screen so I can also read comments.
Yeah, I have to figure out how to overlay the comments on here. I know there's a way to do it.
Yeah, just keep making Kaizen-style improvements where every couple of streams you sit down and figure out some new aspect of how all this works.
Yeah, it's definitely better than the first one. I didn't even have my video camera on the first one.
Right.
Let's see. Let me see if I can respond to comments here.
Oh yeah, Ryan Dingler was interested in coming on and talking to you about YieldMax at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
I had a sneaking suspicion you'd be up for that.
Really? He hasn't reached out to me directly, but
I showed him your YouTube channel. He's over in Debt Slaves Discord. I showed him your YouTube and told him to find your Discord through there.
Oh, okay. Did he... Well, I got a friend request from a Ryan Dingler, but I thought it was a fake account because it had joined...
That's probably the real one.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Well, because...
Yeah.
It says that it joined on, like, February 19th. And he's been around since before then.
Maybe it is a fake. It's hard to say.
Well, I'll accept it. But oh, so he participated in the voice chat then um, on Debt Slaves.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And he asked something in the general. He was asking if there's any YouTubers that would talk to him about YieldMax, and
Yeah.
I responded that I thought you'd be willing to, just because you like to have a bunch of different people on and a bunch of different opinions.
Yeah, for sure.
Dissector's warning us that he has lots of fakes as well. People faking his account. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've gotten a few of them too. It's like you kind of you've made it on Discord when you start getting fake accounts.
I've been contacted by like 7 different Ethans.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I got another one. I got another one from Ethan today. I got a fake Ethan, a fake Khmer.
Fake Khmer.
Yeah. I've gotten several of those. Yep.
So does anybody in the chat have any questions that they want answered?
I'm reading. I've been very entertained today by the Discord. We've got a lot of new people in here, and we've definitely had a really interesting chat. Captain Canada he thinks that Moon Monk is a fake account for Aunt Boogie.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same because I can usually tell by the wording and what they say.
Sure.
But I don't think that's a fake account of his. But yeah, lots of people getting kicked out over there.
Yeah, well, when you run that sort of a club, you got to kick people out of it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I'm actually still in there. They haven't kicked me out yet, but I stay quiet. Let's see.
I don't think Moon Monk is the same
Me neither.
as Aunt Boogie. I'm 99% sure it's a different person.
Me either. It kind of irks me when they regurgitate what's been said. He's like, oh yeah, he said this and this. I'm like, I know. I've had several people tell me. I remember what he said.
Yep.
Anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, what?
So Dissector's asking about an opinion. You mean on the new fund that we were just looking at a couple minutes ago, Dissector? My opinion is that I think we should wait until the first distribution before even considering buying it, so that way you have an idea of what the yield is. Because it's on indexes for underlyings, it's probably going to perform fairly well, because indexes have lower volatility and sometimes they have pretty attractive options premium.
Is he asking about Alti or about the zero date to expiration?
I think that the 2 different zero data expiration ones that you were just looking at.
Oh, okay.
So Dissector's also asking what's my general opinion on YieldMax. I think all YieldMax products need to be hedged.
Yep.
So they pay really large, and they are exposing themselves to single ticker risk, where like you have a Tesla and an NVDY and all that. And I think it's worth it to spend like half the yield buying at the money puts, and with 6 months of time on them, and then you just every 3 months or something, as the theta starts to grow on that position on the put, you just roll to a new at the money put, and then if the underlying went down, then you get to roll for a profit, and you get to preserve your capital that way. So I look at buying at the money puts as it's sort of like buying share price insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would be personally, I'd be much happier with an asset that pays 25% a year and can't go down versus an asset that pays 50% a year and erodes, and that I have to stress about it. So it's just a way of removing stress. Yeah.
100%. So,
yeah.
Speaking of 25%, there's a new fund called FEPI that pays like a 25% dividend, and it fluctuates less than the YieldMax.
Okay.
Let me just pull that up over here. I think it's by Rec Shares. I bought some of it. Yeah, Rec Shares FANG and Innovation Equity Premium Income ETF. This one is... let's see. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Dissector's asking if I think that generally just buying the underlying is better. So, Dissector, if you're still young and working, then you should definitely invest into growth. And as you approach retirement and you cross that line where you're no longer working, that is the time to invest into income.
Well, and the thing is, too, with YieldMax, a lot of people that are trying to use it for like retirement income and for just income in general, Jay himself has said that you basically have to reinvest the dividends back into it to get that positive total return, or to just eke out a positive total return.
Yeah, unless the underlying performs extremely well, like Nvidia and NVDY.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, that's not going to last forever. And Nvidia can't just keep going up like it has been. It eventually has to
Come down.
go down at some point. Yeah, like,
And when it
I
does
know
come down, yeah, that's when I'll buy in finally. When it does come down.
sure, when it finds a new bottom.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good comparison we can do. NVDY versus NVIDIA.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
I believe that you'll find that Nvidia has dramatically outperformed it, even though NVDY has done well when looked at in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
Owning the other underlying would have produced far more wealth.
Oh, I know that's what I'm going to find. I just want to display it.
Yeah.
It's going to be like huge, like no comparison. Yeah, 261% over the past year. And then if we go to like this wasn't around 3 years ago, so that wouldn't be a fair comparison. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's far outpaced it.
Yeah, look at that. My goodness.
Mm-hmm. Even if I go back here, because the return's actually 100% with the dividend reinvested. Oh, that's the ex-dividend date there. Let's see here. I want to say Hoffman or somebody showed me something in here once as far as doing that dividend reinvesting, but they might have changed it since then.
There might be a way to do it, and I just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
Like, I mostly invest into growth companies, so I'm not really concerned in calculating what my drip would be, because the stuff I personally buy doesn't even pay yield, so there's no point in doing that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, every time you click to the check mark, you take it off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you type it. Yeah. It took me a long time to get used to that.
It will, yeah. Now that's funny. It shows a lower return for NVIDIA here. What did I do different? Oh well. Anyway, we saw the main comparison there.
Sure. Click the ADJ so that the NVDY it'll show you the on the bottom right corner of the chart.
There's the 106% versus. Let's see. This should be over a year.
There we go. That's more showing like what's actually been going on.
Mm-hmm.
So NVDY has performed quite well, but just not nearly as well as what holding the underlying would have done. And if you look out to the far on the leftern edge of that chart, you'll see an instance where the price of the underlying rocketed right above the strike price and left it behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that right there. What was that noise? Let me read some comments here. YieldMaxers don't understand that a 1% lower CAGR is losing a lot of money. Oh, absolutely. With compounding, that's a huge difference long term. Let's see. Rob Smith says, well, technically, for me, Tesla, I'm down 50,000, but I've collected 69,000 in dividends. So technically, I'm ahead 19,000. Well, good for you. That's another way of looking at it. But if Tesla comes back, I will be far ahead. I know he holds a lot of Tesla.
Yeah, I agree with Charles Olinger there. Total return is the metric that matters the most.
Right. 100%. Here's a good question from Dissector. Do you think there's any covered call ETFs a growth investor would buy?
Anything targeting a low yield, like a 5 or a 10% yield or whatever, should do a better job of staying in parallel and with the underlying. Like, let's say you own the SPY.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just selling you personally are not the fund, but if you're just selling things with like maybe a 10 delta,
Mm-hmm.
and you're only selling things like a week out, the odds of you ever getting exercised is really close to zero. And so you get to hold on to those shares long term while they grow. And then the whole time you're doing that, you're also collecting a tiny amount of premium. So any fund that targets a very small premium and produces a very small yield should be more attractive than anything that targets an ultra high premium, because then you're not capping the upside as much.
Speaking of covered calls, I want to point out to everyone in the Discord, under the wheel strategy, we have a few really good traders that are making phenomenal returns on doing cash secured puts and covered calls, and I think those are the two main strategies. But
Yeah.
for example, check this one out. This person's made 17,000 this year.
Yep. Trading from a ladder.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's phenomenal. And then just last week, 3,500 in 1 week. So you might be better off doing it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to learn options, it's a fantastic skill to build.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, so I know they're using, so Bar Charts has like a paid service. I actually got in on it. They have a covered call screener. It's really
okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But
Will it let you screen by like implied volatility?
mm-hmm. It has all kinds of. Let me see if I still have it open. I might just be able to pull it up. Let's see.
Well, you have a bunch of tabs open.
I know. And this thing shares my whole screen, so I'm kind of like, where was it? Oh, I was looking at, so I have that Seeking Alpha link, but there's a different package. There's Alpha Spread. Wait, no, I'm sorry, that's something different. Seeking Alpha has like Alpha Picks, and then they have Seeking Alpha Premium. I think I would have to actually write for Seeking Alpha to get free access to the Seeking Alpha Premium, not Premium, but the Stock Picker service.
Yeah, I write for them, and I still don't get access to the alpha picks.
Really?
Yeah, so I think that they would want me to pay to get access to their like algo-driven stock picker.
Mm-hmm.
They do give me free access to some articles that people write about its choices, though, so that's a plus, and I do read some of those.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, Dissector said he did a covered call on Mara that got assigned.
Yeah, just let the assignment happen.
Yeah.
Take your money and go move it to somewhere else.
Like Charles Ollinger said, it's still a success because you're getting in at the price you picked.
Yeah, and you're selling at the price that you're after, and you got to collect some premium along the way.
Oh, I see what that noise is now. It's when somebody subscribes. I guess this thing makes a noise. That's what it has to be.
Oh, cool. You mean to your YouTube?
Yeah, this thing does that. Yeah, interesting.
Oh, cool.
He says most ETFs are expensive. Yeah, there are. I'll have to find some cheap ones. My thing, so I haven't done what those others have done in the wheel strategy because you have to have enough capital to do it. And I could do, like we were talking about, the poor man's covered calls and stuff, but
yeah,
you want to be at the right strike price and stuff. And I'm thinking if I was to open margin, would I be able to do that, like the cash secured puts and stuff?
Yeah, it depends on which broker you choose. Some of them will give you different margin benefits than others.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the best person to ask about that since I've been avoiding margin for years now.
Yeah.
But some brokers won't charge you for the cash secured part of this cash secured put.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just let you sell puts against your margin without charging you interest on the margin because it's not locked up.
Okay.
So they'll essentially let you sell naked puts as long as, but they're not actually naked. They're covered by your margin, but it doesn't use your margin to sell the puts.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get to arbitrage that margin like in your favor.
Interesting.
Sorry, my voice is still all screwed up from being sick all week.
Yeah, I was wondering because I know you were on Debt Slaves Discord the other day, so it seemed like you were better. But you still have a little bit of it.
Yeah, it's been a journey. I've been sick for a full week now. It's
Hmm.
from Saturday to Saturday.
Oh wow.
I'm definitely feeling better, but my voice is like one of the last things to recover.
Yeah. I'm gonna show some stuff in the Discord here. I like this. What you posted, warning signs of a cult.
Oh yeah, oh
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah. Hey, everyone on here, you're welcome to criticize me. I invite criticism. You
Yep.
know.
Same here. There's another thing I wanted to show. There was some funny memes that were posted earlier. We had a lot of activity in here today. Let's see. Oh, trading from the ladder, he got out of Tesla, it looks like. And Crane
Is it?
shares.
Is that Lance's account? I think.
No, it's Mike's.
Mike. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
He
Mike
changed
Lorca.
his
Yep.
name. Yep, yep. It looks like he sold out of JEPY and QQQY as well. And IWMY. Oh, he sold them all. He's gonna just focus on. Well, he's doing well enough with the covered call strategy. Might as well.
Yeah. When you're making that much money selling puts, there's no reason to get into a covered call ETF.
Mm-hmm.
He's already targeting big money with his cash.
Mm-hmm.
Once you learn options well enough, it kind of doesn't make sense to do much else.
Yeah. This is funny. I don't want to bash other YouTubers too much, but that is a funny meme. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, this is the one. Somebody shared this in here. There was a debate about how much Tesla was down that kind of prompted me to do this. This is somebody put a chart here from Seeking Alpha.
Okay.
They're saying
Texas
that,
Heat.
yeah, yeah. He's saying that it was only down, or it was slightly up by November. I'm not sure what chart setting he's using. Maybe we can ask him to join. Let me DM him.
He is online right now.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Yeah, that Ryan Dingler account has to be a fake account because it says no mutual servers. It should at least show his.
Yes. Ryan is also in Debt Slaves Discord, so if when the real one does reach out to you, it'll show you that he's also in Debt Slaves.
Okay. Did he said he wanted to though? He wanted to do like a collab.
Yeah, that that's where he made the original comment, and then I responded back that I'm pretty sure that you'd be willing to have him on as a guest and talk about YieldMax and stuff.
Hmm. Was it in voice chat?
No, it was in Debt Slaves general chat.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll check
Yeah.
that out. I'll check that out later. Anyway, all right. Well, let me see. Do some more comments here. We can go on almost an hour. Probably gonna call it quits here pretty soon. Oh, Richard King says that's funny. Want to hear that noise? That's a subscriber noise. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, see, I get off topic here, but I forgot about the covered call screener website. Let me see if I still.
If
have
you can
bar
find that.
charts open. Let's see here. I know you guys want me to I paid for the service and then just share it with you all, right? Oh, I was looking up a company that. Have you heard of Sound? It's another AI play.
Soundhound or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The entire industry is on fire in a good way. Like it's all hot.
Mm-hmm.
So without even looking at its valuation, I would guess that Soundhound is probably overvalued, just like all the rest of AI.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it can't keep going up. You know, like a lot of these, when you get into a sector-wide bull run like this, it's very hard to choose or to decide what actual intrinsic value is, because it's hard to tell how much of the growth projections from like Seeking Alpha and stuff are hype and hope,
Mm-hmm.
and how much of them are actually going to become tangible reality. Like,
Yeah.
so for example, almost a year ago now, I wrote an article on Nvidia, and it was trading at like $250 a share.
Wow.
And and the article was titled too expensive to buy, too hot to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling people that if you're already in NVIDIA, congratulations, you're doing good. It's in a bull run, but it's also overvalued, so I wouldn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, do I regret that decision now.
Right. Yeah.
Like I should have just thrown a few $100s into it. Bought a couple shares or whatever.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Have you chatted with Exponential on the Discord?
I'm not sure. I text chat with him, but I don't think I've ever voice chatted with him.
Oh, okay. Because I think he private messaged me at some point. He was saying like he thought you were like too cautious or something. You miss out on opportunities.
Yeah, so I know for a fact that there are thousands of tickers, and I'm perfectly happy just letting other ones rip without me. I don't really feel FOMO in the same way that other people do.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely do feel FOMO, but not for the same reasons other people do. And I would probably agree with Exponential that I have missed out on a lot of opportunities because I'm too cautious. Because I'm a very risk focused investor.
I actually experienced my most severe FOMO after the NVIDIA run up because of those call options I was in. That's part of it, and then it's like I knew it was going to do this, but I just still didn't get in. So it was significant, like just anxious feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so bar charts. Let's see. I have. I just had.
Yeah. See if you can find bar charts.
Yeah, I literally just had it. I was looking at SoundHound. Where did it go? Trying not to show like all my tabs here. Oh, I wanted to duplicate Pelosi's call options trades, but it's too expensive for me for the Palo Alto ones.
Sure.
I was looking at it. Okay, so here's bar charts, everyone. So I'm logged in. I should do like a members only and like charge for this, but that's okay. Just a joke. Let's see. So options, we have covered calls. There's a covered call screener. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at one stock. My apologies. Oops. Well, you guys are going to learn my real name. Oh well. Let's see. Options. We've got. Let's see. Covered calls. And they have a webinar about how to use covered calls. So what they have here, I think, listed. I don't know if this is like best opportunity to worst, but they've got CLSK. That's one that you're familiar with, right, Dissector? Clean Spark. That one had a big run in the beginning of this year. Look at that one. It had a huge run in the first month of the year.
Does it let you screen by implied volatility?
I think so. I haven't used this much, so let's see. If I do, let me click Save a Screener. So I can name a screener.
Yeah. So I've only been trading options for a little over 3 years now, maybe closer to 4, but there for about 4 or 5 months I was selling puts for cash.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I would look for was absolutely jacked up implied volatility.
Yeah.
Like, 400%, stuff like that. And that's what I would chase was things that are busy going parabolic, and I would sell puts on those.
Mm-hmm. So I'll have to play around with this further, but this is the screeners. Like, you could save a screener, and then you can try to do, like, sort it by stock price, strike price, moneyness, expiration date. The strike implied volatility. Is this what you're looking for?
Yeah. I was using Thinkorswim to screen the options market for tickers with extremely high implied volatility, and then I was selling on those.
Okay, it wants the name of like one in particular, but was yours what you were doing on Seeking Alpha? Was that like part of your premium membership?
No, I was using Thinkorswim.
Oh, that's right.
To find tickers with really high implied volatility.
Yeah.
It has a screener function, and one of the things you can screen for is like incredibly high implied volatility. And then I would just look at a bunch of different charts and find ones that had support, and I would try to sell puts with strikes below support, so that even if it did fall back down after the parabolic run, it was unlikely to actually exercise me.
Okay. All right, let's see here. Sort by price. Oh, we're over an hour. Let's see. Yeah, I should be able to. Here we go. Yeah, here's some cheap ones. Oh, Fubo TV. That one's garbage, I think. That was like a meme stock in 2020. Tilray. You know about Tilray.
Uh, oh, I know all about Tilray. Good business model,
Yep.
not very good financials.
Mm-hmm.
I like their business model. I think 10 years from now that's going to be a fantastic company.
Yeah.
At some point between now and 10 years from now, I probably will make an investment into it, but I'm waiting for their financials to improve. I want their cash flow to go up, and I want them to stop spending money expanding. I want them to just expand organically instead of buying out competitors and buying up small companies and stuff.
So I can actually sort by implied volatility here. Here's this one that those guys like in the wheel strategy thread, the Riley. That's one of their favorites. See the jacked up IV over here? 265%. Yep. And then this top one, GERN, this is like a 368%. Geron.
So that's a biomedical play.
Yeah.
Someone in another Discord was talking about it earlier tonight.
Okay.
Apparently, the FDA is on the verge of approving some drug that they have or something. I don't really know all the details, but the options market for it is going nuts in anticipation of some sort of FDA approval.
For a certain drug or something?
Yeah, I'm sure somebody on here, one of your audience members, is busy Googling it right now. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll get in the comments and let us know what the name of the drug is and if they think it's going to actually get approved.
I saw Asana on here. That was a company I used to look at, but they've just been kind of declining. There's some of these I stopped following in like 2022 because of the way the market was. This one was flat for the past year.
Yeah, Charles Olinger is spitting some wisdom in the comments there. He's saying there's only like 175 stocks that are liquid enough for options trading.
Yeah.
I have to agree. I have to agree with that sentiment, Charles. If you want to get good fills, you're going to have to stick to a small crowd of companies. But if you're after specific opportunities, specific chart patterns, stuff like that, then if you're going to chase those, you have to be willing to let the market makers rip you off a little bit. Instead of targeting your limit buys and your limit sells halfway between the bid and the ask, you're going to have to give the market maker favorable terms, and then they will fill you.
Yeah. I wish there was a way to like I can do in StreamYard, like highlight the comments and put them up.
That sounds like something on your to-do list. Are you using OBS? What are you using?
Just Streamlabs.
Yeah.
It didn't have the words OBS in it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it is open source because, well, I'll go back to the comments here and I'll show you. So you see the screen here? It has all these different sources. I can add a webcam, a screen capture. So I tried to do another source and another display over here, but it was overlaying the whole screen. Because I want to do almost like what Kumair has. Like, he has the comments in the screen overlaying the Discord and all of that. So I know it can be done. I just have to figure it out.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that there's a way for you to do it in OBS because I've seen people do it. Not just Kumair, but multiple YouTubers use OBS to live stream and have the comments up at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, I'll figure it all out eventually.
That's a good goal.
Yep.
Emphasis on the word eventually. Just make small, minor improvements.
Well, I will. I mean, to improve as a YouTuber, I have to learn editing and all this stuff. So it'll come. It'll come over time. Just not overnight.
Right.
Yep. So, all right. Well, I think we've been going for a while here. I showed the screener to those of you all that stayed till the end. So, you got anything else, Blake?
Nope. I'm just gonna hop off here and rest my voice.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. All right, everyone. Well, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord. Things are really heating up there. and we will see you all very soon.